Hey everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to Wizardry Workshop. The holidays have been extremely busy. I have been on a bit of a hiatus for about the past month, but I'm finally getting a DIY out to you guys. I'm either posting this on Christmas Eve or maybe even Christmas morning because it's just, everything's been so busy. I have not been able to get hardly a thing done. But in today's video, we are going to be making Hagrid's Christmas stocking. So go ahead and check out the description box below for all the supplies you're going to need to make this DIY, as well as the free downloadable templates, and let's get started. First, of course, you're going to need to print the templates. I printed mine on 11 by 17, but there are just regular letter size paper. You just have more to assemble and print and put together. So we are going to be assembling these and kind of taping this shape together so that it's the right size for our template for Hagrid's stocking. For this, I'm using my light table here. All of the templates are numbered. Line these up. So let's just start with template number 1 and 2 and line up this little target registration mark right here. I'm going to put a little paperweight on there to hold it in place. And then you can use any kind of tape you want to just tape the templates together. Now we can scoot this a little bit over and make room for number 3. Number 3 and 4 are on the same sheet, so I'm just going to separate them. And then we can line up this little target right here and again, tape it down. And now we can move on to number 4. This time we're lining up this target right here. From number 4, of course, we can move on to number 5. This time there are 2 targets to line up. There's one here in the middle and then there's one back here near the heel. At this point, it's possible that they don't exactly line up. Just get them as close as you can. Now we can put the last piece of our template on right here. There are 2 targets on this one, 2 marks to line up. At this point, we should have a giant stocking template. Go ahead and cut it out. Just cut off all the excess, like outside white paper parts. Now we should be right here with this giant stocking. I'm going to flip mine over, and I'm also going to tape down these back flaps and stuff because they're bothering me. So I just went to Goodwill and got the ugliest looking things that I could. I found some Christmas themed stuff. I just thought Hagrid's stocking would be like just totally mismatched, tacky, patchwork type stocking. So that's what I'm going to do. And next we are going to need some of this EVA foam. And this is just really thin EVA foam. And that's going to help it maintain its shape so that when you hang it, it doesn't just droop. I'm not very talented when it comes to sewing and all that stuff. So I know that you're actually supposed to use something called batting to do this for a stocking. I don't have any batting, and you know, I feel like the EVA foam is going to get the job done too. So this is what I'm using. I can just cut this shape out with my scissors. Where this line is, actually, now that I think of it, we don't need that part cut out of the foam. I'm just going to fold the template right where that is, and then I will cut the foam off right there. So really the stocking is going to be about that size. You can take this template and save it for another day if you want to make another one. I have some green felt that I'm going to use, so you just need like a really large piece of green felt or any color felt. Try to leave some slack around the edge. An inch would be best. Something like this should work. It just needs to be bigger than this piece. Next I have this yellow kind of textured fabric. Just reminded me of something Hagrid might use. So I'm just going to clip this on, and then I'm just going to use the felt as a guide to cut this shape out of the yellow fabric. So now we have 2 roughly the same size shapes in 2 different fabric colors. So a couple things I really liked was this pink. It just looked like, you know, the birthday cake. Like this worked out so well. So I'm definitely going to use the pink, and I think I'm just going to have it like this, sort of like this shape in here. So now I've kind of got like a little patchwork type thing going on here with different fabrics. I know at the moment it doesn't make a whole lot of sense really, but if you lay this over it, that's kind of what it's going to be. Like pretend that was in the shape of a stocking. And we can add more onto it and do other things, but for now, that's kind of the general idea. I'm going to start planning it. I know I don't want this to go all the way down like that, so I'm just going to cut this side off, this little bottom part. Keep your like little scraps because you might patch it up in different places with those. I know the pink is pretty much right where I want it, and then I can just sort of like follow that curve a little bit there of the stocking below. And it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, this is just going to be a kind of a big mess of a thing. This is kind of what I'm going for. And now we get to put it all together. I'm just going to sort of like fold pieces over like this because we need room for like connecting them. But I just want to cut off around that shape from the underneath fabric that we don't need. And I know I'm not using cloth scissors, I'm using my regular scissors. I just don't have cloth scissors, and for this project it should look a little messy, so I don't care. So now you see I have this part cut out and this part that goes on top like this. And we just kind of want to do that with all of our different pieces of fabric. At this point, I've cut out all of these little patches right here. Everywhere where they overlapped, I have cut around them. I did not do the white part that goes around the top yet. We're going to save that for later because we're going to do it a little bit differently. We are going to be using fabric fuse tape to get these to stick together. I'm doing this because it's easy and I'm not very good at sewing, but if you sew, just sew them together. After we use the fabric fuse tape, we are going to sew the outline of this by hand, but first let's do this. So I'm just going to kind of like fold some of these out a little bit and find the right spots to put the tape. So the fabric fuse tape is going to be it actually is made to keep this all together without having to sew. So that's why we're doing it. And I'm just going to start using it. So let's get a strip out about long enough for this piece right here. And I will place it right there. Carefully peel the back off. And then that can easily just fold over on top of these pieces. And that should hold well enough just to make a stocking. So we're just going to use fabric fuse tape to do all this, or if you prefer, sew it. Now we've got this, and I've already fabric fused all of it together. This fabric fuse tape is awesome. Like, it actually holds.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
You've completed your foundational magical education, but your journey is far from over. You've been accepted to Bogmire University of Advanced Magic, the most prestigious magical institution in the world. This is your official welcome package. The Archive of Wizardry is a fully in-world mystery box containing 10 items, each designed to feel like it came straight out of the magical world itself, including an optional puzzle to unlock exclusive digital content and an original storyline that unfolds over future boxes. The archive has been opened. The next chapter of your magical education begins now. The Archive of Wizardry, designed and curated by Wizardry Workshop, produced by the Wizarding Trunk. Pre-orders available now.
So here's the order we're going to put things down in. The first thing that goes down is the felt. This is going to be the inside. So then we're going to go with the back, which is the yellow fabric that I cut out. And then we're going to go with the patchwork that we just put together. But this is going to be face down instead of face up. And now we are going to hand sew all of these together all the way around the outside. All right, so that is sewn, and I ended up using a sewing machine for that because it was just too much to do by hand. It was so much faster to use the sewing machine, so that's what I did. And then at this point, you just want to make sure that the rubber is going to fit on the inside. So that's easy as just, lining it up and cutting it to make sure that it will fit into the stocking. Just watching where the stitches are and making sure that it's cut small enough to fit. Now we can take this foam part and I'm going to put it in between the green and the yellow. And it's going to kind of curl up inside there and then you can just flatten it. And now, I guess we could have done this before, we can flip it right side out. So I'm just flipping it all in on itself. So there we go. You can see the stocking is looking pretty cool and it's coming together nicely. And I have this white fabric that is going to be like the top of the stocking. So what you want are 2 pieces of the part that you want to put on top of the stocking. And then we're just going to take one of them and flip it down, face down on top of the other. And then we're going to stitch these 2 sides. And there it is. So once it's sewn, we should be able to take it and flip it inside out. Well, this would be right side out now. And you've got this little kind of top part. I kind of messed up a little bit. I accidentally cut this too short. It should be all the way up to the top, but it's not really going to be a big deal. Easy fix. The basic idea is we're going to put this stocking inside the white part, get it about where you want it. I'm just going to fold this in. Where this part is, where the foam is on the inside, we're going to fold this over on top of that to hide that. So in the end, it's going to be about like this, and I'm just going to use fabric fuse tape around the top, and then to fix this little mistake I made, I'm going to put a strip of fabric fuse tape right there too. So for a sloppy job, purposefully, I think this turned out really good. Flip it over, there's the back. We just need to add one last part to this, and it is the little loop to hang it with. So I'm just taking this piece, folding it over on itself so it's a little loop, and then I'm going to sew it in right here, and that will allow me to hang this stocking on the wall. So let's go ahead and sew that in, or you can fabric fuse tape it if you want. I just think this part really needs to be sewn just to make sure that it doesn't fall. Now there is one last detail you can put on here I was going to do, but I've kind of decided not to, mainly because there's these little like pom-pom type balls here that I think look really cool, and you can't really write anything on top of that. But I have Hagrid's signature right here, just printed out on paper at the moment, and you could use this to sort of write Hagrid's signature on here about this size right across there. Or if you have like a Cricut and some type of transfer material, you could cut this out and transfer it over onto there. But yeah, I thought it might look cool to have Hagrid's name on it, but because these little pom-pom balls are on there, I'm not gonna do it. Let me know what you guys think of this gigantic Hagrid-sized stocking for Christmas. I think this is gonna be a really cool thing to put up on the wall. If you made it all the way to the end of the video with me, you're a wizard. Give it a thumbs up down below if you did like this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed for more magical DIYs, unboxings, and other cool content like that. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next video.